What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the At the Buzzer Sports Show with your host, King Will.
And it's your girl, Jess. And we have a wonderful show for you today on this beautiful Tuesday. NBA's back. Football's popping. Baseball's in the World Series.
Oh, yeah. You on your New York vibe right now. The Liberty done won. The New York Yankees in the World Series. The Knicks are getting their butt whooped by the Celtics right now, though. But
it's fine. You know, no one judges first games. It's okay.
Yeah.
No one judges first games.
You know, but I know you on. Yeah, I mean they are 43-22. Man,
told you Boston's good. Yeah, I told you that.
Oh, you know they say Jaylen Brown and Tatum is motivated, but that leads us to the segue because that's what we'll be getting on today. We'll have some NBA predictions at the end of the show, but first we're going to start off with a little of our scripture. Let's start off, Jess.
Yeah, of course. So today's scripture comes from Matthew chapter 5, verses. Blessed are those which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. So all that means is that blessed are those who, comes after the Lord willingly, and blessings will come and be fulfilled if you do that. So it's pretty self-explanatory. But after that, we will go straight into our first topic of the day.
Absolutely. So the Baltimore Ravens absolutely dominated Jess's favorite player all of a sudden, Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Never. Never, but he is playing great. He didn't
play that great the other game. But, the Baltimore Ravens thoroughly dominated, and Lamar Jackson is playing once again MVP level. In 84 games, he has had 5 games of 5 touchdowns and no touchdown pass. To give you someone who has never done that before, try Dan Marino. Tom Brady them took like 244 games to get to 8. Lamar Jackson's on an incredible, crazy pace. So, Jess, can Lamar Jackson win a 3rd MVP this year?
It's looking like he can, especially with all the other picks that we picked are either injured or their records aren't that good or they aren't, they're not going to where we thought they would look like they are going to get up to. And Lamar's looks like he's playing great. I mean, he has a pretty great offense. Well, not great, but he has a good offense enough for him to still get his, to still get his runs off. And he's throwing to some good, I'm not saying super amazing, super elite. Well, Mark Andrews is considered an elite tight end. He's top.
Yeah,
pretty much in everyone's top 3.
Honestly, if y'all get off the Kelsey hype, he really has been one of the best tight ends.
He's been very consistent. So and then Zay Flowers, I know he be up and down sometimes, but he's a good he is a good receiver. And then there's another guy who has been good for him, but
Isaiah Likely.
There you go. And they're not super duper elite, but they're good enough. And Derrick Henry is looking great too, though. So
on pace for 2,100 yards, Derrick Henry.
That's great.
Look, let me tell you something. If Derrick Henry rushes for 2,100 yards, I think he's almost at his 30-year age when running backs start declining. We got to have a conversation about where he ranks all time for running backs. I know I talked about greatest career of all time, counting high school, college, and NFL. But if he rushes for 2,000 yards, and that'd be the second time he's rushed 2,000 yards in his career, and at the age where most running backs shut down, we got to have a talk of where he ranks in history. Like, we talking maybe top 5 area? Like, I know that might sound a little wild, but top 5 area. But it's going to be a conversation if he rushes for 2,100 yards.
Yeah, the thing about football is that you don't have to – it's not like basketball to me. Like, you don't have to win Super Bowls to be considered a top 5, which to me sometimes it isn't fair, but it's understandable.
You're speaking fast because a lot of us will say Barry Sanders is one of the greatest running backs of all time. He is my greatest running back of all time, and he has not sniffed the Super Bowl.
But it's kind of hard to blame. He don't. I mean,
exactly.
When I say you don't play both sides of the ball, people, I know you like to make it seem like, oh, they're making an excuse. That's not an excuse. He can't play both sides of the ball.
I absolutely agree with you. I agree.
That's
why I said Derrick Henry is going to have an argument if he rushes for 2,100 yards, even if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, because a lot of us have Barry Sanders, even Randy Moss. Some of us have the greatest wide receiver, and none of them won a Super Bowl. But it ain't based on that. It's based on individual talent. And I'm just saying, if Derrick Henry rushes for 2,100 yards, for what how many carries he's been carrying his entire life, you would have figured his body would have broke down by now, and he's still at this insane pace and doesn't like he's slowing down. Yeah, he's going to be hitting. I think arguably he's top 10 already.
That's arguable.
And he might be 10. And he might be 10. Very well, maybe 10.
I mean,
but if he rushes for 2, if he has 2,000-yard seasons, I mean, what's going to stop him from creeping under that top 5 territory?
See, the thing is this about football, like I said before as well, like you're more, I feel like you're judged more Hall of Fame wise with individual stats, and basketball is more of both. Like you have to be able to win enough or close enough.
The reason I'm going to disagree with you on that, let me stop it. The reason why I'm going to disagree with you with that a little bit is
I'm talking about the majority, though. The majority of the guys in the NFL, like the NFL Hall of Fame, a lot of them have not won Super Bowls. But the NBA, they're more. They look at that a little bit more.
That's why I'm gonna say you're wrong. The NBA Hall of Fame is easier to get in than the NFL. I'm gonna tell you what.
I agree with that one.
I'll give you 2 examples. I would say Yao Ming is the biggest one right there.
But two things can be right, though. 2 things can be right. That can be right, and what I said could be right. Because just because it's harder don't mean it's not true. Like, I mean, them people that do be getting in finally, they don't be like Devin Hester, who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's never won a Super. No, he won. Yeah. No, he never won a Super Bowl.
No, he's never won. No, he's on a Super Bowl team, but he didn't win.
But he deserved to be in. He absolutely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Whereas basketball, someone like, we all know Bill Walton was great in his prime, but when injuries, blah blah blah. But if you look at his total stats, you're like, compared to others, like even Dwight Howard's stats look better than his, but like as a collective, and
I mean, and I agree with you. To jump back on the top, but before we get to that, I'll say like this: one day I could have.
My fault. We did go off, y'all, but just to let y'all know, can Lamar Jackson win his 3rd MVP? Yes, he can. But
he can win his 3rd MVP. But I'm going to say, what I'm going to say is one day we're going to have a show, because if the NBA had a Hall of Fame similar to baseball, I can have an argument why Tracy McGrady shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
You say that every I know, and I'm a you say that every time.
And I'm a Tracy McGrady fan. But Lamar Jackson, he can win the 3rd MVP, but he's going to have to do superhuman numbers, because now I think he's got to that status where he's going to have to win a Super Bowl before we give him another one. Even though, I've argued that I said Peyton Manning, I think, won 2 or 3 before he had got to finally win a Super Bowl. And I said Lamar is actually heading toward Peyton Manning's trajectory if you really look back at it. But he's leading. I mean, a lot of people can say Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen has not thrown an interception yet this year. I think he has, I believe, 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And doing that with Keon Coleman and Amari, a brand new Amari Cooper.
He looks good. They might give it to Josh. I'm not gonna lie. Not because he deserves it more than Lamar. They may be tired of giving it to Lamar, so they might want to give it to Josh finally. I've always said Joshua is their golden boy. They make every excuse for him in the book. If he has, even though I know his playoffs would be like his wins. I'm not the wins that he's had, which aren't a ton, but the wins that he's had look better than Lamar's, if I'm being honest. The wins, not necessarily
the playoff wins.
The playoff win. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because Lamar don't have a lot. But Josh might have 1 or 2 more, but it's who he
has 1 or 2 more, but everybody gives him the Kansas City one. I mean,
it'd have been 3 years ago. Just like I always talk about that Trae Young thing, and not to be funny. I'm just saying that's the same thing. No, I wasn't.
No, I can't wait till we get to the NBA top. I can't wait till we get to the NBA top.
I mean, it's just facts. Like, people still be like, "Oh, remember that time?" Like, 3-4 years ago.
Speaking of players who was playing bad, but somehow his team is still winning. How in the world is the Kansas City Chiefs winning, especially with Pat Mahomes playing so terrible?
Let me get this straight. He's not playing great, but if you put his numbers. If Sam Darnold is doing those numbers, we're praising him. And I'm just being honest.
Before you get it, I know you saw me post about they talking about trading for Matthew Stafford. So apparently Sam Darnold numbers get Matthew Stafford trade on your team and you about to be on the bench. So go ahead.
That's fine. But I'm just saying it's true though. Like if let's give someone else that's just average, but they get in Patrick Mahomes, who's playing not too great. I'm just saying he's not playing Patrick Mahomes level. That's all I'm saying. He's playing bad. I feel like he's playing bad for his standards. But if we give it to Baker Mayfield, we'll be like, oh wow, Baker's having a great year. Like that's how it will look. Yeah. But because we see Patrick Mahomes play at a which you like to say a top tier season, then we're like, it's not looking good. So, but which it isn't. I'm just saying it's not. But yes, they are undefeated. How are they doing it? I'm honestly not sure. People like to say the refs. Last game wasn't the refs though. They honestly just won. Like
they just won. And Pat Mahomes still didn't play good. Honestly, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is playing very good. They have been getting bailed on a couple of calls. But now the defense has been doing real good. And I mean, Pat Mahomes, he's not playing well, but I mean, look at the weapons that he have. It kind of makes sense. He did get away with a run on the sideline. I think he benefited.
That jump was fine. You know how you do the back
I think he benefit from you can't really hit like you can, because if this was 20 years ago, he would have got tore up on the sideline. If this was RIP Sean Taylor coming 20 years ago, he would have been having his head over there in the crowd. And then he ran over, first of all, and then he ran over the guy. Oh, y'all hyping. Oh, I can't believe he got that dad bod running over
it's a dad bod.
Let me say it like this. And from a dad bod here, hey, representing. But hey, y'all, Pat Mahomes is 6'2", 225 pounds. And that 225 is probably being nice. He's probably closer to 230. And that man was 205.
Not you adding just 5 pounds. It looks like it's the difference.
Okay, even if he's 225, that man was 5'11", 205 pounds. Mass is mass. And he had a running start. Of course, Pat Mahomes ran that man over. Now, don't get it twisted. In film session, he's getting roasted. But I mean, but the defense, Chris Jones is playing out his mind. Chris Jones is a Hall of Famer, I hope. I mean, I feel like that.
He's definitely
a Hall of Fame. They seem not to be hurt too much without L'Jarius Sneed. I don't think nobody's really testing.
When is Pacheco coming back? See, they need people to I know that they kind of got hit by the injury bug. Travis Kelce actually had a decent game last game. He he finally looked okay, because he's been looking. I know he's been looking trash, but he finally had an okay game. I don't know. He just need to turn into light-skinned Kelce again. I need that back. I don't know what this guy is. But
Kelce's cooked. That's why. Kelce's cooked.
This is the first season he's ever been cooked, and you out here bugging after 6 games.
Actually, if we want to be real, if you look at last year during the regular season, during the playoffs, he did turn it up, and maybe that's what he's doing now. He's just kind of lollygagging, and then when it gets to the playoffs, he'll flip it out, go back. But I mean,
but I don't know. But we both agree, if let's just hypothetical, I don't think it will happen, because they just look so out of sorts right now, and they just look like they just getting lucky. But if they was to win, let's just say they win a 3rd straight Super Bowl, you don't want to hear no GOAT talk no more.
Yeah.
No,
it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead.
Their defense is not that good. The offense looking
terrible. Yeah, injuries,
and then they had 2nd and 3rd strings out there on offense. I'm just saying, guys, you might have to give it up, especially if there's if the refs want to act a fool. Then we can talk about that. But until then, they looking real. But to answer your question, I don't know how they're doing it. But Patrick Mahomes is just, Andy Reid is still a Hall of Fame coach. He knows what to call. Patrick Mahomes still going to work some magic, whether he's playing awfully or not. But if you watch the games, you're like, oh, okay, he did his Patty Mahomes thing. And then you're like, okay, that's why So what happened now?
Man, yo, Knicks is getting their butt whooped.
That's fine. Opening night is cool.
And it's just gonna lead into the NBA predictions. So the NBA season starting today, and Justice New York Knicks is getting their butt whooped. Oh man, Bridges is 0 for 4. Man, that 3-point, that's gonna have to be a conversation later on how he changed his shooting form and it's actually terrible, and he's shooting terrible, which is scary.
So that wasn't a joke. That was legit. He changed his
he changed his shooting for him, and it's ugly with that hitch. I don't know why. He was 1 for 29 in the preseason from 3-point line, and if he's gonna be that terrible, that's gonna be a problem. Like what? I don't know. So me and Jess came up with some of our predictions. So we're gonna post Jess. We're gonna let her start off with some of her award predictions first. So Jess,
nice. Hey,
Jess has, and this
I'm usually right. I'm usually right.
Too early NBA predictions. So Jess has Jason Tatum win MVP, Zach Edey winning Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama winning Defensive Player of the Year, Malik Monk six Man of the Year, Jalen Johnson for Most Improved, Atlanta Hawks Jalen Johnson, Coach of the Year Taylor Jenkins, and we only doing the first team for the All NBA, the All Defense, and the All Rookie. So
because I don't have time for all that. Like
that was too much. That was just too much. That was too much. Well, so for the first team All NBA, she's predicting is Jokic, Luka, Wembanyama, Brunson, and Tatum. All Defense, Rudy, Wembanyama, Bam, AD, and Jaden McDaniels, and All Rookie, Edey, Stephen Castle, Rob Dillingham, Kenneth, I can never say his name right.
It's Kenneth, yeah.
Alex Starr. So Jess, tell us, why do you think this? Explain.
Yeah. I mean, it's correct. No, well, Alex Starr, I know he's been looking like trash, but I think he's going to be good in the regular season. I think he's going to average about a good 17, 18 points per game, with maybe an 8 and 9 rebounds, even though we know Washington is going to suck. But I do think his numbers are going to be good. So that's why I have him on there too, because I know people probably like, but he looks trash. But I think he's going to turn up in there. So I just want to explain that first. And then Zach Edey, I really think he's coming to a great situation with the Memphis Grizzlies. I think he's going to have a lot of putbacks. I hope he worked on his footwork, because that was a big iffy for me. But I do think he's going to, I'm not saying he's going to be perfect, but I think he's going to do well enough to win Rookie of the Year. I'm not saying 20 points per game. However, I think because his record will be better than any other rookie in there. And then also he'll probably average about 15, 17. I want to say 15, 16 points. I'd be shocked if he gets any higher. And honestly shocked if he gets any lower. Yeah,
even with Jaren Jackson?
That's what I said. I'd be shocked if he gets any higher in points per game, because Jackson is going to take a lot of shots. So I would say 15. I mean,
because you got to look.
He's going to have a lot of putbacks. I personally,
John's going to be the first option. I believe Desmond Bane is probably going to be the second option.
I think he's third.
You think so? You got Jackson as the second option?
Yeah, I think Jackson is the second option. I think Jackson is their second best player, and he should be the second option.
I don't know. I think it's Bane, but I can get you.
Last year, Bane looked like a total. I know Ja didn't play, but he still looked like a totally different human. I know he was kind of injured too for some of the season, but yeah. So that's how I feel, and I think Zach Edey will average about, I'll say 14, 15, 16 points, just basically on putback and fouls alone. I hope he worked on his free throw shooting. He will be getting fouled a lot, in my opinion. And I also think they're going to play him. I would be shocked if Taylor Jenkins don't play him at all. He is a big target down there. I would play him a lot.
Yeah, I definitely think seeing him during the summer league and in the preseason, he could, we was worried that a big man like that, can he keep up with the speed of the game and can he guard? But he did very well. And even I'm shocked. And like I say, you're speaking some real good facts, because I'm kind of high on Zach Edey too. When I showed my list, I didn't have him as Rookie of the Year, but I was really torn between him
and Castle
and the play that I picked.
Oh, Rob Dylan. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I mean, we can show mine real quick.
But then, go ahead.
Yeah, we can show mine. I mean, I had
this junk is trash.
I got Anthony Edwards as MVP, Reed Shepherd Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year.
Quick note: I changed out Dante for the other guy, but I had Dante in there. I had Dante at first. Yeah, I changed it up because I think Dante will play, but not play that much, in my opinion. But
I got Evan Mobley, most improved. Chris Finch, the Minnesota coach, winning coach of the year. All NBA, I got Jokic, Luka, and Wemby. I switched it up at the end with Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant. All defense, I got Rudy, Wemby, Bam, Herb Jones from New Orleans, and Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City.
Those are great defenders.
And all rookie, I got Edie, Shepard, Dillingham, Riche for Atlanta, and Jared McCain. I can't believe I put a Dookie up there, but I got Jared McCain up there too.
I thought about putting him, and then I think I let my emotions get the best of me with that one. But I thought of him. I feel like they will play him too, especially since Paul George is out. But anyway, really? So
he gave you kudos. I had it up. You just didn't see it.
No, I would say really because the 2-1-3-2 was kind of funny.
You're so silly.
That's what he put. And then but who else? So yeah, you got Ant as your MVP. I thought about that low key, no Hayden. Yeah. I thought about it, but I think that I just gave Tatum because I really feel like he's gonna play with a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, starting off, he's 6 for 8, 5 7 for the 3-point line, 3 rebounds, 6 assists with 18 points. So I mean, he's starting off on fire.
Okay, so. I mean, these are early, so because we know early people be looking good in the beginning, and then around February they looking kind of. So,
that's funny.
So then, yeah, and then Ant, I think he's going to continue to do his thing. Something tells me they're going to start guarding him a little bit different. I don't know why. It's not. He's sort of, when he gets into his mode, he's unguardable. I do feel like they're going to throw a lot of people at him now. I know that might sound dumb. But I really do.
He's going to get the attention because now he's reaching that status where he's got to get that attention. I don't think he's rich superstar. He's star and emerging superstar.
Really, a lot of people has given him superstar.
He's emerging. I'm not quite ready to say that yet.
I wasn't quite ready to say it either because I know with playoff runs,
yeah,
we tend to do that. But I need to see a full year.
That's what I'm saying. To be a superstar, you have to be consistent.
And we need to see the numbers.
Devin Booker was ahead of him as the top 2 guard. He did jump over Devin Booker, but now I think it's a battle between him, Devin Booker, and Jaylen Brown really for that top 2 guard.
Okay.
But I think Anthony Edwards' experience from the Olympics is going to really showcase this season. He got to work out with LeBron. He got to see Kevin Durant. He got to see Steph Curry. He got to see the players that, how did they get to that level? How do they work out? And I think Ant is going to take that to the level. I love the Karl Anthony Towns trade. You know how I feel about the Karl Anthony Towns trade. I think that worked out well for Minnesota. I think Julius Randle is a good pickup for them. Dante is motivated to be a 6-man. They got Mike Conley.
He wasn't motivated to be a 6-man recently, but we'll see. We're
going to see. But I mean, he's going to have to be 6-man because you got to look at the starting line. Starting line is probably going to be Conley and McDaniels, and then it's probably going to be Naz Reid and
Stop. See, you said that about you. You gonna put Julie? You think Julius gonna want to come off the bench?
Okay, even in there. Okay, so then it's Julius Randle and then Rudy. And then you got Naz and
no, I agree. Naz should start. I'm asking you, do you think Julius is going to want to come off the bench?
Julius is going to want to come off the bench because I think he knows if he doesn't do well in this spot, he's going to get into journeyman status. He's going to have to do well in this spot if he wants to get another contract. And he's going to get, if he does not do this, because he didn't really prove it in New York. You remember when me and you, I used to talk about Julius Randle. He is a trash number 2. He's a 3rd option at best for a championship team. At best.
I get it.
If he doesn't really step it up in Minnesota, where's he going to go next to get that big deal? He's going to be just bouncing around to team. And honestly, I would start Naz Reid, but I think Naz Reid is better as your other, because Naz Reid was almost my 6th man.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, do you think he wants to?
He's going to want to. If he wants to, no, he doesn't. He doesn't want to. Does he have to?
See it.
Yes, he has to.
I think, in my prediction, I think they're going to start Julius.
We'll see.
We'll try and see.
I mean, I told you I wouldn't be surprised because Nas has always came off the bench, and I think Nas would be okay if they probably went up. They probably understand Nas would be okay coming off the bench because Julius
That's
Randle's
what I
not
mean.
okay coming off the bench.
That's the only reason. That's why I say I don't see it. And honestly, Julie, I just don't see it. And then let me just say, I enjoyed the Julius Randle trade. I'm happy they have him. Congrats to him.
What's Karl-Anthony Towns doing right now? He's doing pretty good.
I don't care. I don't care what he's doing right now out in this one game. They probably like, you told me they're sucking, so they're sucking. Cool.
I mean, him and Jalen Brunson and McBride the only one balling. Everybody else is playing absolutely garbage juice. Okay. Especially Miles Bridges, and that's gonna be a conversation, boy. Ooh,
I told people I wasn't that excited about the Miles Bridges trade. I wasn't. So, I mean, I know people were loving it because of the Villanova stuff, but I wasn't that huge on it. I thought he should have went to Miami or something. So that's just me personally. But back to Ant, for him to be MVP, I personally feel like he would have to. I just want to see a little bit more leadership. No more don't cuss everyone out all the time. You gotta be in and out. Even Jordan at times, he wasn't cussing everyone out all the time. I don't let that Last Dance fool you. He was nice sometimes, 2% of the time. 98% was cussing people out. But I need Ant to be a little bit more on the, like when he was like, yeah, beep beep beep. Give me that beep beep beep. Like that's cute sometimes, but I need him to like chill. Like he needs to be a little bit better with. I know he loves his teammates, and for what I've seen, it looks like they love him. It looks like they love
Atlanta
him
all day. He's Atlanta all day,
and with the babies too. But cool. So listen, I need him to just chill out and be funny. I mean, he's funny and everything. I just want him to, get it together with that. But I can see him winning MVP. I can see him winning MVP. That's all I want to say. I can see it.
I agree.
The other people I said, I forgot who else I said.
So we'll go. So let's go. So we'll go. So we did MVP. So next we'll do. We both agreed on defense player being Wembanyama. That's to me.
Yeah, I think Wembanyama will average about 5 blocks per game.
Yeah, that's gonna be just too easy. Yeah,
I mean, it was easy last year to me.
I mean, yeah, honestly, he could have won last year. He should have won last year.
So I don't know.
Rookie of the year, we did. So rookie of the year, let's get on that.
Zach
I had Reed Shepard. You had Zach Edey.
Okay, Reed Shepard in Houston, right?
Yeah, Reed Shepard is in Houston. The number 3 pick.
He was at G Ignite, right?
Reed Shepard was at Kentucky.
Who was at G Ignite? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Marcus Baselis. I think that's his name.
Okay.
That was at the G League. Reed Shepard, you remember I told you, fun fact about Reed Shepard, if you remember all my old school Kentucky Wildcats, when Antoine Walker, Ron Mercer was there was a white guy who won most outstanding player of that Final Four, and that was Jeff Shepard, and that is Reed Shepard's dad. So had talent. He has talent because Jeff Shepard was cold at Kentucky. He didn't really work out in the NBA, but it seems like he did get his dad talent with the athleticism. Reed Shepard is going to enter to the situation where you got Jalen Green, and you know how I feel about Sengun. Y'all know how I feel about Sengun.
He's nice. He's nice.
He's very nice. He's coming. I actually wanted to put him at most improved, but I think people are kind of on him now, so he might not get most improved.
Yeah.
But I think I predict him making an all-star team this year. And I predict Houston making some noise this year. I got Houston making it.
I don't know about them making noise now.
First of all, we're gonna get to and I can't wait till we get to who we gonna think make to the finals, because that Western Conference is going to be a blood bath. It's going to be crazy how deep. I mean, if you look at my all NBA team, that's everybody from the Western Conference. That was my first 5. But I think Reed Shepard's going to get a lot of open threes. He can play defense. He's going to get a lot of opportunities running with Van Fleet and like I said, with Jalen Green and Sengun. You got Jabari Smith. He's going to get some plays, and I think he's going to get Rookie of the Year. Zach Edey was close for me. Another person was Rob Dillingham, who has been playing great in the preseason and summer league.
He's a sleeper for just how much of an X factor he'll be for Minnesota.
Yeah, and he got Mike Conley mentoring him, which is a great mentor for him. So Rob Dillingham is probably gonna be a problem, but I mean, I think it's gonna be a close one. So, 6 man of the year, I had Dante. You had Malik Monk. I can see that for both. So then we have all first NBA team. So we were on the same with Jokic, Wembanyama, and Luka. We differ. Yeah. I think you had Tatum and
Brunson.
I had Anthony Edwards and Ja.
Those are I get it. I mean, I can see it.
I can see it. Tatum is definitely going to be coming out motivated. Him and Jaylen Brown are going to come out like dogs for this. They're on their last dance, I guess, type motivation where that they're insulted. The Olympic team insulted. Jason Tatum just had a free trip to Paris, basically. Him and Halliburton had a free trip to Paris. That's why they
must be
on
nice.
the Olympic team.
I would have went.
And then Jaylen Brown didn't even make the team, so he's probably like, "Yeah, it must be nice. I would have loved the free trip to Paris." So they're both coming motivated. Even though I've heard the most important player for the Boston Celtics is Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah. And
he was important for them last year.
And if you look at advanced stats for last year, Porzingis was like unreal. If you look at advanced stats, he's a shot blocker. Even in them championships, when he was playing game one, we left game one of the finals saying, "Hey, Porzingis is the finals MVP." We left that saying game one. We tapped it with saying in the game two. He had a legitimate argument. Then he kind of teetered off in the way, and then
he got injured.
He got injured, and then Georgia Pride. Jaylen Brown, Georgia boys take over.
No, that's fine. He led in no category, but that's good for him. That was great. No, that was good. I'm glad he got one for sure. That was precious, and I'm glad they're winning right now. That's good for them too.
That's good. So we're gonna dip into a little bit of what we're gonna predict how this season gonna go. We'll show Jess's first her prediction. She's got the Celtics and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. She got Minnesota and Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals, and she got it where it's the Minnesota versus Celtics, and it's Minnesota Timberwolves. You have that's my pick.
Wait, what?
That's my picks. Excuse me. These are my picks. I'm like, man, he's copying me. So I have Celtics Knicks in the finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. I have the Timberwolves Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. I got T-Wolves and Celtics in the finals. I got Minnesota winning the championship with I got Anthony Edwards winning finals MVP. For Jess, I thought I pulled. We got you. We have you, Celtics and Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nuggets, Grizzlies in the Western Conference Finals with the Knicks and the Nuggets in the finals with the the New York Knicks winning the championship. Oh my gosh. The world's not ready for that.
By the way, I was pregnant in that picture. I hope that's why I look like that. I was pregnant in that picture. That's why my stomach is looking whoa. But I didn't know I was pregnant, y'all. So anyway, that was a fun fact. Yo. So yeah, I don't know why you're laughing because we looking real good. I mean, don't let this first game fool you because there's been a lot of teams have been blown out in the first game of the seasons and did well. Later
so we'll talk about it. So we both got Knicks Celtics. I was a little torn with Milwaukee because I think a lot of us are sleeping on how good Milwaukee is.
We're definitely sleeping on Milwaukee. I'm not gonna hold you. Giannis's turnaround, same 2 moves he still has, still is gonna work. And I always want Damian Lillard to win. That's why I low-key thought of them. Because I just want Damian Lillard to win. I really do. I want him to win one. So I mean,
I wouldn't be first full season with him. This is gonna be their first full season with Dame, like whole season, everything. So it's probably gonna definitely be different. I'm gonna
low-key be rooting for Dame. So I would be happy if they made it. But I just don't know that Doc is Doc still there? Yeah.
Yes, Doc's still the coach. Still the most overrated coach in history.
I don't know, y'all, about Doc. Well, I do know about Doc. And then what did he say? What did he say recently? That I think I sent it to you. What he said?
I mean, I forgot, but I mean, when it comes to Doc,
he said like none of my losses have been on me or so. Was it something like that? Anyway, it was something like cuckoo. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Doc's coaching style, and I don't trust him. So that's the only reason why I don't have them.
So you also got. Well, I mean, we saw about Philly and beating Paul George didn't even play game 1, so we don't even know if they're gonna be healthy to even make it. You don't think Miami?
Miami's always. I don't. Pat Riley literally made no moves. I don't know what he's doing. True. And I heard they're probably going to trade Jimmy Butler because Jimmy wants a bigger contract. Is going to want a big contract still, and he's probably going to get one from like a team that like no one that they're not going to compete, like Brooklyn or something. So I don't know about Miami, honey. I know we're not supposed to count them out because they're Miami. And I'm not, but as far as making a conference finals, nah, bro, nah, not this year. To me, now I could be wrong, but to me, I don't think so. We talking about the East, right? Okay,
who else? We're just talking about the East. You got,
Cleveland,
Toronto, no. Cleveland, no. Toronto,
no. Atlanta,
no. Charlotte,
no. Yeah, it's looking like them same 4 teams that we talking about.
Yeah, look like the 4 teams. Yeah.
New York,
Boston. And I'm taking Philly out. To me, it's out of Boston, Milwaukee, and New York. That's the 3 teams.
I believe those are the 3 teams that would be like the best in the East. But even if Milwaukee is looking great, I just don't know if I can trust Doc in the end. I don't know.
No, absolutely.
So that until Doc proves me wrong, it's a no. And as far as the West is concerned, I'm sorry, you was gonna go to the West.
So I'm gonna say, so the West, we were split. I had Oklahoma City and Minnesota. You had Denver and forgot the other team you had.
I forgot too, honey. I'm not gonna.
I need you to remember your picks.
Denver. Did I say Denver and Minnesota? I think I did.
No, Denver and the Grizzlies. That's what you had. Denver
sorry,
and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I had Denver. I think the Grizzlies gonna do their thing this year. I do think.
So
honestly, I was this close to putting Ja as my MVP because I think Ja is gonna have a great season. However, I don't know if they're gonna give it to him. Yeah. But I would have thought about him.
I'll say like this: the Western Conference is insane. Let's just list. We can list. I think you can list almost 14 teams. Let's go off the top of our head. You can go Denver, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Minnesota.
I forgot about you.
Is that exactly? So Denver, Dallas, Minnesota, Oklahoma City. Are we counting the Lakers?
I might take out Denver and put Dallas.
Well, I'm just naming teams that have a chance. Let's just say teams in the Western Conference that have a chance to make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay. Denver, Minnesota.
So Denver, Minnesota,
Dallas,
Oklahoma City, Dallas.
Oklahoma
That's 4.
City.
Memphis is 5.
So you counting out Golden State? Golden State done.
Yeah.
Forever.
Golden State might be done. What about Phoenix?
Let me just say this about Phoenix. I think Phoenix is going to shock people. I know I don't have them as my top 4 or 5 to be honest. I think they're going to be fighting for a 7th, 8th seed. That's just because of the teams we just named. Their core is so much better. I know they got and Bradley Beal. He needs to prove me wrong because right now you talking about what you say cook. He been looking.
Oh yeah, he cooked.
He's been looking like, I don't know. I love his family though. I subscribe to them on YouTube. I like them, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know if he's just not that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You got Phoenix. You got do we count the Lakers?
Do you count the Lakers? No, honestly, you can never count the Lakers out with LeBron looking like.
That's about it. It's only just LeBron, but JJ Redick is their coach.
First of all, leave my favorite Duke player alone. First of all. Secondly, what's the other guy? AD. We need to know if he's. Well, let's just say this. AD looked great last year. AD, they didn't lose because of AD last year.
No. Anthony Davis and Matthew Stafford are the same people, I swear. Oh they won championship, changed the trajectory of their careers. Anthony Davis, I mean, he's good, he's talented, but he's not a player. He's not a player that leads you to a championship. He was supposed to take over the number 1 spot, and they still need a 39-year-old LeBron James to carry them to the playoffs. I mean, that ain't just what it says about Anthony Davis. I don't know what tells you. I mean,
and I also thought about Connect being Rookie of the Year because I really think they're gonna play him a lot, and I think he's just a baller and he's a dog. I just want to say that about.
Here's the thing with Connect, though. Here's the thing with Connect. He had that one game. Go look up the rest of what he was doing that preseason.
I know, but that's preseason. I'm talking about his. I'm looking at that one game.
I mean, everybody get hyped with the preseason when he did that one game.
Okay, so then Bronny scoring that 17 shows that he is going to be averaging 17. Really, that's what we're going by. And if he does, wow, congrats to him.
But who else you got in the West? You got Sacramento. You got
Sacramento's always going to be in it. New Orleans is supposed to be in it only if Zion is healthy. If Zion stays healthy, I can believe they are a top 16.
I mean, you got to think about 2 years ago when Zion was healthy. 2 years ago,
I know they were number one in the.
They were the number one team in the West. And then Zion got hurt, and then the bottom fell out.
I just want Zion.
And then you got the Clippers. You got the Clippers with another.
Why are we talking about the Clippers? I mean, I don't. Please don't talk about the. First of all, Kawhi. I forgot about a draft yesterday. I had another draft of my fantasy. I forgot about it, and they gave me Kawhi. Like, what the world? What's wrong with you? First off, he's not playing at all. He probably won't play till when? March.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. Kawhi, I mean, it's about time.
I think it's about time for them to just. Well, he might need to retire for real, but they might need a legit start fresh, like how the Clippers were before.
So I'll say like this: the playoff teams, I think the 8 playoff teams is gonna make in the Western Conference, not in no order. I got Oklahoma City, Dallas, Denver, Memphis. Phoenix, Houston. I got Houston making the playoffs. I think I got the Lakers making
might be in the play-in. I hate this plan. I hope they change it back. I hate it so much. I don't think it adds nothing. I hate it.
And Sacramento.
I just wanted to add that. Adam Silver, if you ever want to hear this, I know you can hear. Not to be funny, but I know you can hear. Please change it back to the regular.
But I really, and there's a lot going. It's still the season's such an influx because I think someone's going to eventually trade for Zach LaVine.
Not the way
someone's going to probably eventually trade. I think
it's probably Brooklyn or something. Like someone like someone that really just needs someone to sell some tickets. It'd be someone like Brooklyn, maybe be Charlotte, like a team like that. I don't see it.
Let me tell you something.
And honestly, Chicago, wait. Chicago, I'm happy for Lonzo. I just wanted because I wanted to get that out of my brain.
He did good.
No, Lonzo, I always make fun of my husband because he actually got a lot of love. He won't say a lot of love, but to me, he has a lot of love for Lonzo. He sees all the potential in the world for him, and I think we all do. I think Lonzo could average 10 assists in the league. He's that much of a great passer.
Before he got hurt, them Bulls was rolling.
That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. Like he look, and I see the potential for sure. He can easily, to me, average 16 and 8. I really think he could do it. So to see him doing his thing and how they look good, honestly, in preseason, I'm not going to say they're going to make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be shocked if they shock us, especially if they start off well. If they're one of those start off well teams, I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked because they have a good young core. I know we make fun of Josh Giddey because, his little stuff, but he is a good piece for them.
I still think Chicago blowing up. I mean, because
I'm not saying they're gonna make noise in the playoffs, but I'm saying
there's some teams. Hold on, because there's some teams we didn't even talk about. Indiana Pacers.
I don't want to talk about them.
Orlando.
Okay, I'll talk about them.
It's gonna be scared. I was wrong about Paolo Banchero. I didn't think he was gonna be that good. He still ain't a very good rebounder though, and he's a decent defender, but he's not okay.
He's a decent defender. He's not trash. Like there's trash, and then there's okay, and then there's decent, and then there's the rest. So to me, he's decent. Yeah, he could be a better rebounder, especially since he's 6'9", 6'10", right?
Yeah, he's 6'9". About 6'9". I don't think he's 6'10".
Okay, whatever it is, he's tall enough to get a rebound. So, yeah.
Let me give you another team I think might surprise you.
Wagner looked good though.
Let me get another team. I think it's goes Wagner. He's from Germany.
Yes, he looks good though.
You will be surprised. I think Charlotte, if Melo Ball is healthy, with Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges,
you can't let that lie.
I mean, if you think about it, they really got a low key big three with him, Brandon Miller, and Bridges.
They're young.
It's a young potential because Brandon Miller did not have a bad rookie year. And Miles Bridges, before he got in all that trouble, he was doing good. Now, if LaMelo can play point guard and really
stay healthy
and run it and stay healthy,
he hasn't been healthy since his rookie season.
Charlotte might do something. Charlotte definitely might do something. Or I like Orlando. Cleveland, I think they're gonna trade Donovan Mitchell at the
Donovan Mitchell. You don't think it's gonna be Darius Garland? Because they gave Donovan Mitchell money. Remember, they just gave him a big contract and they didn't give it to Darius.
I think it's Mitchell. I think it might be Mitchell.
To who?
But I don't know. I think it'll be Mitchell. Evan Mobley, I think, started to finally show his potential as a Tim Duncan light, someone that can shot block and play defense.
He gives me more Chris Bosh, but I see it.
I see
what you're saying.
The reason why I say Tim Duncan, like Chris Bosh, wasn't a defender like Tim Duncan. Evan Mobley is a defender. He's a shot blocker. He's a very good shot blocker. But Cleveland, I just don't see. Like you said, Garland and Mitchell, I don't think they work as a backcourt. One of them probably gonna go. It might be Garland. I could definitely see Garland too, but I think they can get more with Mitchell. Toronto, Toronto, I don't really see nothing. Scotty Barnes, I think he's still gonna play good. You know,
I forgot they had a team for a hot second. Lord forgive me.
Don't forget Toronto got a team.
I just forgot, honey. I didn't think of them at all. I didn't even think when I was thinking about players. I didn't even think of.
Scotty Barnes is a top 40 player. It's probably gonna be on the Olympic team. On the next Olympic team.
I agree, but I'm just keeping it a bean. I didn't remember no one.
You only pay attention to them trash behind Knicks. That's what's wrong.
That's not true because I rock real with.
But I do got Minnesota, Oklahoma City in the Western Conference
Finals. And any team KD is on, I root for it.
Oklahoma City is going to be who? And I said I got Minnesota winning, but who? Oklahoma City is going to be scary. Shea, I think Chet is going to play an all-star type year this year.
With the Chet, y'all, he loves himself some Chet.
Was I wrong? Was I wrong about Chet though? Was I wrong?
You wasn't wrong. The only thing about Chet is to me, he's never going to be at his full potential, and that's not. No. This isn't a bad thing. It's because he's playing with Shea and what's the other guy, Jalen. And
Jalen Williams,
and then there's someone else that is an option before him. I forgot who it is. It's someone else. I can't think. Well, maybe not anymore. Maybe it is him.
No, it is. You had a
okay. So
Chet, and then it's Jalen.
Jalen is he won't never have, and if he's going to stay there, he's never ever going to have like the Wemby type of like on his shoulders.
But we don't need. Hold on. Let me say it like this: if Shea averages, let's say 27. If Chet can definitely average
18,
17, 18 with 10, 11 rebounds and 2 or 3 blocks, that's all NBA second team at least. That's all first NBA defensive team.
No.
That's an all-star year.
I'm not saying it's not. All I'm saying is that if you ever, some people thought he was going to have the keys to the franchise. I'm just saying that he will not with them.
He can create a great Batman. They could create a great inside-outside duo with Shea.
That's fine. I'm all about winning.
The tough part about Oklahoma City, and the reason why is because Jalen Williams' progression caught everybody off guard because Jalen Williams is definitely Kawhi Leonard without the injuries. Like that's basically the talent that you can see. Kawhi Leonard without the injuries. He can defend, he can score, he can get his own basket. He's long. Like they're going, and then if the Lakers don't make the playoffs and go in the lottery, they could get the number 1 pick and get Cooper Flag. You might as well cancel Christmas. It's over. Oklahoma City's going to run a dynasty till it's time to get paid, till all the players get paid. Then that's when it's going to break up. But you might as well cancel Christmas. So This is our early picks.
Shout out to Duke.
We'll do another one in the mid-season. We'll do an adjustment and see, because of course things change. Players get injured, players get traded. Some players don't get as much playing time as we think, but our early picks. So we'll show it one more time for our awards. Jess again has Tatum winning MVP, Edie winning Rookie of the Year, Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year, Malik Monk, 6-man, Most Improved Hawks, Jalen Johnson, Coach of the Year, Taylor Jenkins, and you see the all NBA, all defensive, and all rookie teams.
Yeah.
And Jess's
those are my predictions. Yeah.
Celtics Knicks.
I thought with my heart. Don't judge me.
Nuggets Grizzlies for the Western Conference Finals, with the Nuggets and the Knicks in the finals, and the Knicks winning championship.
Don't lie, that would actually be a 5 finals. Don't even front. That would be
It would.
I'm talking about like even for the viewership. Like that would be very
Jokic would eat Karl Anthony Towns alive. But.
I mean, listen, there's not really people think Embiid eat him up. I don't think that much. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, Joker is still gonna look like the best player in the world. So
and King Will's prediction: Anthony Edwards MVP, Reed Shepherd Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year, Dante 6-man, Evan Mobley Most Improved, Chris Finch Coach of the Year, and you see all the NBAs. And for my prediction, I got Celtics Knicks Eastern Conference Finals, T-Wolves Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, with the T-Wolves and the Celtics.
That would be a fun finals. I'm not gonna lie, that would be a fun finals.
That'd be a real one.
Especially if y'all watch the starting 5. I haven't finished it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I gotta finish it too. All right. So my anxiety quote for the day is: smile, breathe, go slow. Sometimes to relax anxiety, smile, take a deep breath, and slow everything down. Because sometimes when anxiety hits you, it does speed you up. It makes everything seems to go fast. And sometimes when you just kind of breathe and just slowly slow everything down, everything will come to fruition. Everything comes into a plan. And so, Jess, before we go, give us our scripture one more time.
Well, I had a game.
Oh, we did. My bad.
No, it's cool. I know you trying to go to sleep, but
no, I really missed it. I didn't see the game. My fault.
No. It's something really quick. It's something new. It's called Who Do You Trust? So I'm going to come up with something that says, what do you trust more? Who do you trust more in this situation? And Will's gonna be like, this one or blah blah blah. So who? I'm sorry, it's so funny. Okay, and this is from Nick Subi back in the day or now. So who do you trust more? Rick Fox getting a stop? Okay, I'm just playing.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm serious. So who do you trust more? Ray Lewis to get a stop on 3rd and 1, or this is hypothetical, of course, because we all seen him play. So that, or Dan Marino to throw a first down from being 3rd and 25.
Only Ray Lewis. It's only Ray Lewis, only because 3rd and 24 is a very, depending on the defense.
He's done it before. I looked it up.
I mean, I know he's done it before. But still. And the percentage chances, it's a higher percentage Ray Lewis will get a stop over that. So Ray Lewis. You made me go for Ray Lewis, and I can't stand Ray Lewis.
My husband loves him. Well, his speech, he liked all that stuff.
And he a hurricane, and I can't stand Ray Lewis.
Who do you trust more? Okay, I'm ready. Who do you trust more? Kevin Hart to dunk on a 6-foot goal, or Dr. Umar to not say snow bunny?
What the
What do you trust more? I figured that was a hard one.
That ain't a hard one. I mean, Kevin Hart is what, 5'3"?
I said a 6-foot goal. I said a 6-foot though.
And he's like 5'3". If he can't,
he's 5'5".
If he can't jump 5 inches, there's something wrong. I mean, I think he got a little bit of athleticism in him. I ain't saying he spud well, but a 6-foot goal.
That's not, my husband's 5'5", And I am too, as you know. And he could touch a 6 foot goal. He got bounce.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Kevin Hart, right?
Kevin Hart, yeah.
I would have chose that too, by the way. So
I mean, percentage wise, it makes more sense. I mean, it's just what he's 5'5". That's what 7 more inches. He should be able to jump that.
Okay, so and then who do you trust more? Carl Anthony Towns to get a stop on.
Oh Jesus!
Stop. Carl Anthony Towns to get a stop on Joker being up by 1, so he needs to stop Joker 1-on-1, or Candace Parker to do a windmill dunk.
More Candace Parker do a windmill dunk.
Cat, they out here. Cat, Will out here disrespecting you heavy.
Let's see what this. Let's see what Cat has done so far in this game. Let's see.
And by the way, y'all, Candace Parker actually did do a windmill dunk. Is it as pretty as a man doing it? No, but she has done one in that in that McDonald's 61. In that McDonald's on American, she actually did do a windmill dunk.
Carl Anthony Towns got 12. He doing okay. Yeah, when it don't mean nothing, he don't play for winning.
But like I said, Candace Parker did actually do that in the McDonald's All-American game. She actually did do what it wasn't pretty.
I mean,
but
that's very more possible than actually believing that Carl Anthony Towns can stop jumping. I mean, and y'all try to claim he stopped him last time. It really they was tiring him out, and it was more Nas Reed, wasn't Carl. But
y'all funny. Okay, and then one more. Who do you trust more? LaDainian. This is a serious one. LaDainian Tomlinson. Getting a 4th and goal on the 5-yard line, or Patrick Mahomes getting a 4th and 10, but with 1 second on the clock.
And what do you need to get, a touchdown or a first down?
Just a first down, and it's 4th and 10.
With 1 second left, what quarter is it?
I'm sorry, forgive me. I said there was 1 second left in the 4th.
So he need to score a touchdown.
Oh yeah, my fault. I'm sorry, y'all. I brain fart. Yes, so he needs to score a touchdown. It's 4th.
There we go. So he need to score a touchdown. 4th down.
So yeah, they both do. LaDainian Tomlinson's 4th is 4th and 5, and it's for a touch. Sorry, on the goal. It's 5 yards. Yeah, and then what's his name is 4th and goal, but it's 10 yards.
Patrick.
Okay. If I would have said beast mode, would it change?
Yes. Arguably, LaDainian Tomlinson is good, but I think a lot of people kind of overrated. I mean, he's overrated. Good. Hold on. I said people slightly overrated.
That means you think he's. That means you think he'd be overrated at times.
Do you think he's a top 5 running back?
That don't mean he's. So if he's top 10, that means he's not overrated.
He's top 10.
He might be top 10. I have to think hard, but he's not arguable.
I can argue top 10.
That MVP season he had. Yeah. That jump was crazy. I remember watching that.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing Priest Holmes did. Priest Holmes was kind of similar.
Priest Holmes is
and nobody taught Priest Holmes that great. I'm just saying.
LaDainian has way more yards than him and everything, receiving yards and everything. That's why.
Man, that's nice.
Now it's nice. Hi. Let me go to my scripture real quick, y'all. So before we go, just remember look at this scripture on your own time as well. Matthew chapter 5, verse 6.
It's number 10 running back. There we go. Number 10.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. And on that note,
would you want Adrian Peterson or LaDainian Tomlinson?
So yeah, he's still talking now. Now he's really thinking. Yeah, he's definitely I have to think hard, but he's definitely arguably top 10. He's definitely not outside of 15.
Is he okay? Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Jim
y'all, now he really thinking hard, y'all.
Eric Dickerson, Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry. Man, we'll have this. We'll have this conversation later. We'll have this. We'll talk about that. We'll have to talk about that.
That
would
Derrick Henry might end up being better and all that stuff, but right now you would put Derrick Henry before LaDainian Tomlinson.
Just let me think about that.
All right, y'all.
Just trying to make sure. Just trying to make sure I ain't.
What do y'all think?
But thank y'all for joining the At the Buzzer live show. Again, we ever here Tuesday and Thursday. Unfortunately, we'll not be here Thursday because I have to move and I won't be available. But we'll be back next Tuesday when we talk about how trash Jets New York Knicks is, and probably the New York Yankees will probably lose to the Dodgers in the World Series.
He's low key, y'all. First off, he's low key rooting for the. I just want to let you know he's low key rooting for the Yankees. He's low key rooting.
I really am.
Because he be hating on Ohtani.
I really am. Because I'm an Aaron Judge. I like Aaron Judge. I do like Aaron Judge. And I like I'm about to say DD
Soto.
Soto decently. Yeah.
You talking about Giancarlo?
No, the kid they just got now. I can't think of his name. Jazz Chisholm. I like Jazz Chisholm. Yeah, I like Giancarlo Stanton too.
Fun fact though, my husband don't like baseball like that, like me. You know, I love it. He watched the Soto home run and him like talking trash. That was one of the best at bats. We're not overhyping it. If you saw it, that is one of the best at bats I've ever seen in my life, because he was really talking to the old boy, and old boy was looking at him like, I'm about to get you, and then he got it. I mean, that's great baseball. That's great baseball. But we'll see if we turn it up. The Dodgers are the favorite from what I hear. So we'll see. Yeah, they are a complete team. Mookie Betts in his hair that he barely has continues to upset me. Freddie Freeman, who I told Will they should have kept with the Braves, but he told me
don't nobody want to pay that price tag for that man.
Well, you see, he in the World Series again, and wasn't he just in the World Series not too long ago?
On the daggone All-Stars team? But okay,
that is true. But he was there before Ohtani though. He was there before them.
Oh, before Ohtani, not before Mookie Betts or Dustin May or Clayton Kershaw or shall I keep going? Like all these other players that was there, they just happened to get Ohtani, who's like Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Okay. Anyway, at the Buzz Sports Show, we here every Tuesday and Thursday. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Enjoy. Miami's gonna beat Florida State. We win the championship. See y'all later.
In the words of Keith Lee, God is amazing.